ng periodic table. Okay, so there. No? So ito yung pag-aaralan natin. And the periodic table was actually made by this chemist by the name of Dmitri Mendeleev. So he was the one responsible for coming up with the modern day periodic table. So what is the periodic table anyway? So the periodic table shows all the known elements in the universe. So lahat ng mga elements na nandito, yan. So nandito lahat, whether it is naturally occurring or man-made. So nandyan na lahat. So the periodic table shows all the known elements in the universe. And kung mapapansin ninyo, organize yung pagkakaposition ng mga elements sa periodic table. So they are classified, no, accordingly. So the periodic table organizes the elements depending on their chemical properties. All right? Okay, so yan ang ating pag-aaralan ngayon, no? Yung organization ng elements sa periodic table based on their chemical properties. So sa periodic table, ito yung mga makikita natin, no, sa mga elements. So like for example, this is carbon. Carbon has the symbol of capital C. So meron number sa taas ng carbon. So that number above the symbol is the atomic number. So ano ba yung atomic number? The atomic number gives us the number of protons inside the nucleus. So in this case, the atomic number of carbon is 6. So ibig sabihin yan, carbon has 6 protons. And the atomic number can also give us the number of electrons, provided that carbon is electrically neutral. So atomic number niya is 6, so that means yung electrons niya 6 din, no? Carbon has 6 protons and 6 electrons provided that carbon is electrically neutral. Ayan, no? And through the electronic configuration, dun sa Aufbau principle, and dun sa Pauli exclusion principle, yan, we can distribute the electrons in their respective shells. Alright? Then, meron tayong yun, below the symbol, nandun yung pangalan ng carbon. Then, below the name of the element is, again, a value, in this case, 12.01. That's the atomic weight. So ano ba yung atomic weight ng element? The atomic weight of an element refers to the total number of protons and neutrons inside the nucleus. And alam na natin, guys, no, kung paano i-determine kung paano i-compute yung number of neutrons, simply by subtracting the atomic weight dun sa atomic number. Alright? So in this case, carbon has ilang neutrons ang carbon? So 12 minus 6 is 6 neutrons. 6 neutrons plus 6 protons will give us 12. Okay? Ayan. So yun yung atomic weight niya. The atomic weight refers to the total number of protons and neutrons inside the nucleus. Alright, so let's continue. Again, as we mentioned, the atomic number refers to the number of protons inside the nucleus of an atom, or the number of electrons. Alright, the number of electrons surrounding the nucleus. Again, provided that carbon is neutral or electrically neutral. Iba yung usapan pag ions. We'll talk about that in a little while. So that's the atomic number. What is the symbol anyway? That's the symbol is the abbreviation of the element name, like carbon. Yeah. So letter C, sodium, Na. Bakit sir? Bakit yung sodium, 'di ba dapat S, 'di ba? But Na. So Na means, it's a Latin word kasi yung Na eh. Okay? So paki-ano nga guys, paki-comment down below, gusto ko kayong mag-interact. So what is Na? It's a Latin word. Sige nga guys, paki-googles nga, googleizing. Ayan, so I would like to hear from you. Sige, what is Na? Bakit ito kasi abbreviation of the element name, di ba? Like carbon or neon, di ba? Ne, hydrogen, H, di ba? Pero sodium iba di ba? Sodium is Na, dapat SO, di ba? Oh, bakit hindi ginamit 'yon? Bakit Na yung ginamit? What is Na anyway? Sige nga, trium 'yan. Ang Latin word for sodium. Yan, very good. Kaya Na yung ginamit. O, paano naman yung guys? Paano naman yung iron? Diba, bakit ang iron, diba, dapat ion? Diba? Pero hindi pwedeng I, kasi I is iodine, diba? Pero yung iron, bakit Fe? Diba? Hindi ginamit yung IR, iron. Oh, bakit Fe? What is Fe? Sige nga guys, come on. So I would like to hear from you. So ito yung mga symbols nila, like nitrogen, yan N. O sodium kanina, natrium. Yan chlorine, yan Cl, carbon C, cobalt CO, yan neon Ne. Okay, ito naman gold iba, no? So again, that's a Latin term. O yung silver ganun din, 'di ba? Ag, bakit hindi ginamit yung Si? O 'di ba, or Sl man lang. So mga Latin words 'yan, guys. Oxygen, O. Ito, potassium, K. O Latin word din 'yan, no? Latin. Yung copper, I think cuprum 'yan, kaya Cu, hindi Co. Alright, hydrogen H, helium He, yan iron, ferrum or ferrous. Ayan, mercury, Hg. Yan, that's also a Latin term. Yan, boron, B, fluorine, F. Ayan guys, so yan yung mga symbols ng mga elements, no? Sb, element, ito. Meaning stibum. Copper, Cu, Cu rather, Cu, meaning cuprum. Ang gold, Au, meaning aurum. Iron, Fe, yan, ferrum. Lead, PB, plumbum. Okay, trivia lang guys, no, para nakakatawa ka sa sa lesson ko to sa STS. So, yung mga Romans kasi one of their contributions is yung waterworks, no, yung mga sewage system nila. And they made use of lead piping. Yan, yung mga tubo na gawa sa lead. And the Latin word for lead is plumbum. Kaya anong tawag natin pag nag-aayos ng mga tubo? Diba? Plumbing. Diba? Plumbing, guys. Diba? Doon kinuha yun. No? Plumbum, meaning lead. Kasi ginamit to ng mga Romans in making their sewage system. They made use of lead tubing. No? Kaya doon natin nakuha yung word na plumbing, plumbum. Alright ba, guys? Alright, sodium Na, yan, Na natrium. Okay, so there guys. Ayan, so kung may tanong lang kayo, i-chat nyo lang sa ating chat box. Okay, what is the atomic weight? So the atomic weight refers to the number of protons and neutrons in the nucleus of an atom. Diba? So nabanggitan natin to kanina, like in the case of carbon. So carbon has 6 protons and 6 neutrons. So again, baka magtanong kayo, sir, paano ba nyo nakuha yung 6 neutrons? Edi sinubtract lang natin yung atomic weight with the atomic number so that we can get the number of neutrons. Kasi ang neutrons, as we know from nung elementary pa kayo, alam nyo na yun. Neutrons, they don't carry any charge. Diba? Ang protons, they carry positive charges. Ang electrons, they carry negative charges. So how do we find the number of protons, electrons, and neutrons in an element using the periodic table? The number of protons is the atomic number na yung nasa taas ng symbol. Ayan. So, and we can determine the number of electrons using the atomic number because the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. Again, provided that the atom is electrically neutral. So, the atomic number can give us two information. So, the number of protons and the number of electrons. O, nagawa na natin to. Nag-electronic configuration tayo. Nagawa na natin yan. All right, and how do we determine the number of neutrons in an element? So the atomic weight minus the atomic number. Ayan, yun yung ating formula in getting the number of neutrons. Okay, so the atomic weight minus the atomic number. So valence electrons, they refer to the electrons in the outermost shell. Now, valence electrons are the electrons in the outer energy level of the atom. And the valence electrons can determine the ability of the atom to bond together. So very important to guys, and paano natin malalaman if the element has the ability to interact with other atoms? Sa periodic table. Alright, sa periodic table natin siya malalaman. Alright, so anyway, in the periodic table, we can classify the elements according to the following. So we can classify elements as non-metals, metals, and metalloids. Okay, so how do we determine whether the element is metallic or non-metallic or a metalloid? Okay, so let's first enumerate the properties of metals. Alright, so number one, metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Diba? So alam na natin yan. Metals are very good conductors of heat and electricity. Like for example, copper. Diba? Copper is a good conductor of heat and electricity. And also, metals are shiny. So ano ba yung property ngayon? Naalala nyo pa ba guys? What's that property of matter that reflects light? So ang tawag dyan ay luster. Diba? Luster. So luster means the ability of a substance to reflect light. So shiny siya. So pag shiny or may luster, metallic siya. Metals are ductile. Yan, ito yung mga properties of matter guys, diba? So, what is ductility? Ductility is the ability of the substance to be stretched into fine wires and or can be stretched into thin wires. Like copper, diba? Copper is a very ductile material. It can be stretched into thin wires. Okay, metals are also malleable, meaning that they can be hammered into thin sheets. Diba? Like gold. Diba? Gold is so malleable. Pwede nga ano siya sheets of gold. Diba? Yan. Pag sinabi nating malleable, the substance or the material can be pounded or hammered into thin sheets. Ayan. And ang mga metals, they can react with water. No, which will result in corrosion like rusting, di ba? Yung pangangalawang. Or metals can even react with oxygen, no, para magkaroon ng corrosion. Alright guys, so these are just some of the properties of metals. Okay, what about non-metals anyway? No, like sulfur. Okay, non-metals are poor conductors of heat and electricity. Like for example, rubber, di ba? Yan, so poor conductors of heat and electricity. Kaya nga rubber, ginagamit yan sa yung handle ng mga kalan para pag hinawakan hindi kayo mapapaso, di ba? Yan, rubber. What else? Plastic, di ba? Yan, mga poor conductors of heat and electricity. And non-metals are not ductile. They cannot be stretched into fine wires, and non-metals cannot be hammered into thin sheets. They are not ductile and they are not malleable. What else? Solid non-metals are brittle and they break easily. Like in the case of sulfur, yan, nakikita nyo dito, di ba? Sulfur, brittle yan, madali siyang mabasag. Yan ang non-metals, madali siyang mabasag. And they are dull. Anong ibig sabihin ng dull? Dull. Dull is boring. Hindi. Pag sinabing dull, ito yung they don't reflect light. No, hindi sila shiny. Yun. Pag sinabing dull, hindi sila shiny. Alright guys, so there. And many non-metals are gases, diba? Like hydrogen, helium, oxygen, alright, nitrogen. Yan. Many of these non-metals are gases. Pero may mga non-metals na solid, diba? Like ito, sulfur, non-metal siya. Okay? Alright guys, so those are the properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, what about metalloids like silicon? Okay, pag sinabi nating metalloids or metal-like, they have properties of both metals and non-metals. They are solids that can be shiny, yan, di ba, kalahati, they can be shiny or they can be dull. Again, pag sinabing dull, ano siya, they don't reflect light. And they conduct heat and electricity better than non-metals but not as well as metals. So nasa gitna. They can conduct electricity pero hindi kasing bisa ng mga metals. Pero mas angat naman sila sa non-metals. Yun yung ibig sabihin nun. They conduct electricity better than non-metals but not as well as metals. Alright? Okay, and they are ductile and malleable, meaning that they can be stretched into fine wires and they can be hammered into thin sheets. Okay, yan. Those are the properties of metalloids. So, moving on. Ayan, so like what I mentioned earlier, ang periodic table kasi is classified into groups. Yan, yung mga columns, yung vertical classification, ang tawag dyan ay groups or families. Ayan, elements in families have similar properties. They have the same, kung mapapansin nyo, they have the same valence electrons. Then yung horizontal classification ng periodic table, yan yung horizontal, ito yung tinatawag na periods. Okay, so kung napansin nyo kanina, elements belonging to the same period have the same number of shells, diba? Kaya kunya ito, period 1, 1 shell. Period 2, 2 shells. Period 3, 3 shells, gano'n. Okay, so ganun natin na-classify ang mga elements sa periodic table. So we have the vertical classification. Yan, vertical classification or families or groups. Yan, yung vertical column niya, yun ang family. So they share the same valence electrons. Yan, Okay, dito naman yung horizontal classification niya, yun yung tinatawag natin na periods. No, elements are also categorized into periods or horizontal rows. Okay, elements in periods, they do not have similar properties but they share the same number of shells, di ba? Okay, unlike yung families kasi ang mga elements in a family, they share the same properties, chemical properties. So again, let's try to differentiate between group and period in the periodic table. Pag sinabi nating group, yun yung vertical columns, no, of elements. Ang tawag natin dyan ay group or families. Elements in each family have similar but not identical chemical properties. No, kasi anong common sa kanila? They share the same valence electrons, di ba? Alright, so for example, yan, lithium, sodium, potassium, ayan, they belong to family 1A. No, they are all soft, white, shiny metals, and they share, take note guys, they share the same valence electrons. No? Sige, at yung period naman, ibig sabihin ng, all elements in a family, have the same number of valence electrons, guys. Ayan, all the elements in a family or in a group, they have the same number of valence electrons. So like lithium, sodium, potassium, no, they share the same or similar chemical properties. No, bakit? Kasi they share the same number of valence electrons, which is ilan? 1, di ba? Lithium, sodium, potassium, they have 1 valence electron. Alright, so what about period? Ang period naman, ito yung horizontal classification, yung horizontal row. Ang tawag dyan ay period. And the elements in a period, they are not alike in property. So, medyo they differ in their chemical properties. In fact, the properties change greatly across each given row. Alright? So, anong common nila do sa period niyan? They have the same number of shells. Yun lang yun. Alright, they have the same number of shells. So, the first element in a period is always extremely active solid. Ayan, no? The last element in the period is always an inactive gas. Ayan, no? Except hydrogen, kasi yun yung first period yun yung hydrogen and helium. Hindi naman solid ang hydrogen. Pero yung helium, yung nasa kabila niya, yung dulo, diba, inactive gas yun Alright, yan, mamaya malalaman niyo kung bakit. Okay, so I hope clear tayo dun sa classification ng elements sa periodic table. Yung group, yung vertical classification, so they share the same valence electrons. And yung period, yung horizontal, they share the same number of shells. Ayan, no? Okay, so let us now identify these different groups or families in the periodic table. So, yan, let's now identify the different groups or families in the periodic table. Okay, unahin muna natin yung group. Ayan, so dalawa yan Ito, this is one group. Ito. Except hydrogen. Ito yung pangalawang group. Then ito. Then ito, yung red. Yan. Yellow, green, violet, orange, ayan. Saka ito yung nandito, ito yung mga tinatawag na inert gases. Okay, so ayan, ito yung mga man-made elements dito sa baba. Okay, so let's talk about first yung group 1A. Ayan, no? Yung first group or group 1A. Ayan, so ito yung mga different groups or families. Yung alkali metals, alkali earth, group 3 to 12 transition metals, yan, boron family, carbon family, nitrogen group, oxygen group, para palang that's entertainment ito. Alright, so let's talk about first yung kakaiba, yung hydrogen. Ang hydrogen kasi separate siya, ito gaya nito. No? Ayan, ito yung nag-iisang hydrogen. Ayan, ito. Okay, so let's talk about now hydrogen. Alright, hydrogen square sits atop of family A1. No? So yan, pinakita ko sa inyo kanina. It's not a member of that family. Hydrogen is a class of its own. Ayan sa tandaan nyo yan guys So ito yung sinasabi ko yan. Ito yung hydrogen. Hindi siya kasama dito sa group 1A. Ito. So, ang hydrogen medyo kakaiba siya. Kay hiwalay siya doon. Ito yung group 1A. Ito, yellow. Ito. So, yung hydrogen hindi kasama dyan. Let's talk about hydrogen. So, hydrogen is not a member of that family, yung 1A na yan. Hydrogen is a class of its own. Okay, and hydrogen as we know is a gas at room temperature. And hydrogen is very flammable, very madali siyang masunog. Okay, and in terms of its atomic structure, hydrogen has 1 proton and 1 electron. Kaya nga 'di ba ang electronic configuration ng hydrogen is 1s1. 'Di ba? 1s1 siya. Okay, hydrogen needs 2 electrons to fill up the valence shell. So kailangan pa niya ng isa, 'di ba? Meron na siyang isa sa sa shell niya. So hydrogen needs 1 more. Kaya very reactive ang hydrogen. Alright? Kaya look at water, di ba? Water is composed of 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen. That makes hydrogen really reactive with other elements. No? Kasi kailangan pa niya ng isang electron para makompleto yung valence shell niya ng 2 electrons. Alright? And very flammable ang hydrogen, di ba? Kung if you will recall in history, ayan, mag-history muna tayo guys. So, I'm sure you're familiar with this. This is the Hindenburg. Alam niyo ba yun? Yung the biggest airship made so far. Ayan, ito yung Hindenburg during World War II. Ginawa to ng Germany, ng Nazi Germany. And pumutok ito kasi ang laman ng dirigible neto or airship is hydrogen. Or airship. Ang tawag dito airship or Zeppelin, di ba? Doon nga nakuha yung pangalan ng banda na Led Zeppelin. Ang tawag dito ay Zeppelin. And ang laman nito is hydrogen na very flammable. Nung maglalanding na yung Hindenburg sa New Jersey, may kidlat, kumidlat kagad, tapos natamaan yung yung canvas dito, pumutok. So maraming namatay dito, guys. Maraming namatay doon sa Hindenburg kasi ang laman niya ay hydrogen. Ayan, no? So Hindenburg was struck by lightning, pero ano lang yan, ha? That's an intelligent guess. Hindi natin talaga alam kung ano talaga nangyari or what caused the explosion of the hydrogen containers dyan sa Hindenburg. Ayan. So maraming namatay dito, guys. Ayan. Kaya yung mga airships ngayon, ang mga airships ngayon they don't use hydrogen anymore. Ang ginagamit nila is helium. Kasi ang helium is not flammable. Pati mga balloon sa party, di ba? Helium na yung ginagamit kasi hindi siya nagliliyab. Kasi pag ang balloon ay hydrogen yung laman nun. Alright, puputok yun, liliyab yun, guys. Ayan, no? So there, yan yung Hindenburg disaster. So that's hydrogen, guys. Ito yung hydrogen sa periodic table. Hydrogen is a class of its own. So we move on now to the alkali metals. First column, no? Ito ito yung yellow, first column ng periodic table. These are the so-called alkali metals. Alright, the alkali family is found in the first column of the periodic table. And the atoms of the alkali metals have a single electron in their outermost shell. Diba? Yan yung nabanggit natin kanina. Actually, yung hydrogen, ganun din diba? Kaya linagay din dyan kaya lang ang hydrogen hindi metallic, kaya hiwalay siya. Pero hydrogen, together with these elements, they share the same valence electron. Diba? One lang. They have a single electron in their outermost shell. In other words, one valence electron. Diba? Ganun din ang hydrogen. Kaya linagay yung hydrogen sa taas Diba? Sa taas. Alright? They are shiny, itong mga alkali metals. They are shiny and they have the consistency of clay. And they are easily cut with a knife. Yan, cut with a knife. Alright, yan. Okay, guys. So, there. Ayan, ito yung yellow, no? Ito. So, ano nga ulit to, guys? These are the so-called alkali metals. Yan. What are these alkali metals? Ito. Except hydrogen, guys. Except hydrogen. So, we have lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. Ito, francium. Yan. Alright? Okay. Potassium and sodium, these are compounds that help keep you healthy, di ba? Kasi yung salt, di ba? Potassium, kailangan niya sa metabolism. Sodium, kasama yan ng salt. Alright. Lithium compounds. Yan, treat bipolar disorders. And ang lithium ginagamit sa mga rechargeable batteries, mga lithium-ion batteries. Di ba? Yung mga rechargeable batteries. Lithium-ion yan. Alright, photocells depend on rubidium. Rubidium yan, dapat yan, rubidium or cesium compounds. And francium, yan, Fr, is extremely rare and highly radioactive. Ayan, so those are the alkali metals. Ayan, so lithium-ion, yung lithium, ginagamit yan sa baterya. Lithium has the highest electric output per unit weight, kaya ginagamit yan sa mga rechargeable batteries. Yan, battery manufacturers across the world are moving to lithium, yan, lithium-ion batteries. Yan, very popular yan. Okay? Alright, next, let's talk about now the alkali earth metals. Yan, ito yung alkali, yung second column, ito na yun, yung blue. These are the so-called alkali earth metals. They are never found uncombined in nature. So, ibig sabihin yan, reactive sila. No, they react, they bond with other elements. And bakit sila linagay dito sa group 2? Ito yung second column. Ano bang commonality ng mga elements dito? Yan, no? So they have two valence electrons, di ba? They have two valence electrons in their outermost shell. Yan, alkali earth metals include magnesium, calcium, among others. Ayan, no? So, 2 electrons dito. Ayan, ito yung alkali earth. So, they have 2 electrons in their outer shell. Ayan, so what are these elements? Yan, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, ito, barium, radium. Okay, so ayan guys. O yan, barium, magnesium. Yan, uses of these alkali earth metals. Ano itong mga ito? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium. So, yan, fireworks get their color from alkali earth metal. Strontium. Yan, ito. SR is strontium. Yan, pag may red kayong nakitang color ng fireworks, ibig sabihin may strontium yun. Yan, magnesium naman, white, barium, green. So, sa mga fireworks. Yan. Then, magnesium, saan ginagamit ang magnesium? Magnesium is used in airplanes and ladders para mas matibay siya. Alright? Chlorophyll, alam naman natin yung chlorophyll sa plants that facilitates photosynthesis. Chlorophyll contains magnesium. Alright? Calcium is found in our bones. Diba? And it's also found in marble. And again, calcium is necessary for bone development. Barium is used in medical procedures. So, yan yung mga alkali earth metals, guys. So, we have beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. Right? So, ano yung commonality ng mga elements na to? They have how many valence electrons? So, you have 2 electrons in their outermost shell. So, 2 valence electrons. Ayan ha, yung alkali earth metals. Okay, next. Ito naman, itong mahaba to from atomic number 21 at 30 yan. Ito, itong buong ito. Ayan, so, ito, wait. Saan ba yun? Okay, itong buo na ito. Ayan, ito itong yellow. Ayan, ito nakikita nyo guys, no, itong yellow sa periodic table. Alright, so yun ang tinatawag natin na yan, transition metals, no, yung pinakita ko sa inyo guys. Ito, yan, itong blue. So, these elements are the so-called transition metals. Okay, transition metals or transition elements include those elements in the B family. Ito, yan, nandito lahat sila. They are the metals you are most familiar with, like copper, tin, zinc. Nandito lahat sila, nandito. Alright, so copper, zinc, iron, nickel, gold, and silver. And itong mga transition metals na to, they are good conductors of heat and electricity. So, itong mga elements na nandito, yan yung mga transition metals. Yan, like ito. Ayan, iron, copper, nickel, di ba? Ito copper, yeah, Cu. Yan, okay. Chromium, ito Cr. Zinc, ito Ag is silver. Ito gold, Au. Mercury, ito Hg. Ayan, ito yung mga mga metals na alam natin. Titanium, ito. Tama ba ito? All right. So there guys. Yan, ito yung tinatawag natin na transition metals. Alright, next we talk about ito yung boron family. Ito itong column na ito. No, boron family. Okay, the boron family is named after the first element in the family, yung B, no, which is boron. Yan. So anong common sa kanila? So they have 3 valence electrons. Ito yan boron, aluminum, yan. Alright, so this family includes boron, yan ito. Yan, boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, and thallium. Ayan. So, ano yung common nila? They have a valence electron of 3. 3 valence electrons sila. Yan yung common sa kanila. Ito. So, yan, boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, and thallium. They all have 3 electrons in their valence shell. Ito, like boron, ito. Ayan, no? Ito. 2s2, 2p1, 3. Ito, 3s2, 3p1. Ayan, tatlo. Alright? Okay, guys. So, there. So, ito yung tinatawag na boron family. Ito yung red. Ayan. So that includes boron, aluminum, gallium, indium. Ito pa. Ayan. So boron, aluminum is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust. Ayan. No? Okay. Yan. Ito yung gamit ng aluminum. So aluminum cans, aluminum cars, ganyan. Okay. And we have the carbon family. Ayan, itong carbon family. Ito yung yellow with 4 valence electrons. Ayan, carbon family. Ayan, so the carbon family includes carbon, silicon, germanium, SN is tin, and PB is lead. Ayan, ito yung carbon family. They share 4 electrons in their valence shell. Yan, saan maginagamit? Yan, carbon. Part of our, one of the important organic elements. Silicon, yan, ginagamit yan sa paggawa ng glass, quartz. Yan, and most of the compounds in our body contain carbon. Diba? Carbon-based yung natin. Okay, and silicon is used to make glass, computer chips, breast implants. Tin is used for steel to prevent rust. Lead is used in car batteries. Pero lead is poisonous. Okay, yung nitrogen naman, the nitrogen family has 5 valence electrons. So this family includes nitrogen family with 5 valence electrons. So that includes nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, Sb, and bismuth. Okay, with 5 valence electrons. Ayan, so ito yung mga gamit ng nitrogen. Nitrogen makes up the Earth's atmosphere. Then we have the oxygen family with 6 valence electrons. Ayan, no? So ano yung mga elements under the oxygen family? Yan, ito, sulfur. Ito. Ayan, no? So ito yung oxygen family. Sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, yan. Okay, ito yung oxygen family with how many valence electrons? 6 valence electrons. Okay, then we have the halogen family with 7 valence electrons naman, guys. So we have yan, halogen family, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. Yan, no? So nandito siya with 7 valence electrons. Yan ang fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. And lastly, we have the noble gases. Okay, the noble gases. Yan, so ito yung mga unreactive gases, no? Like kasama na dyan yung helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon.